Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Tigard Oregon real estate market. This update will cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, October 30th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So start off looking at active listings. This last week in Tigard, I show we had 16 new properties come on the market, which you can kind of see as a low for the 8 weeks here. So new listing activity kind of certainly kind of slowing down here, which is typical when you kind of get into this time of year. And the total number of properties on the market dropped to 182, down from 198 the week prior. Median list price and days on market for the actives, you can kind of see that has been super steady over the past 8 weeks. So right at 650,000 again this last week. And days on market, that has certainly been on the rise here over the past month. We had a low of 22 days about 6 weeks back. And this last week went up another day to 39 days of average market time for the active listings right now in Tigard. Moving along to pending sales. This last week, I show we had 15 new pendings in Tigard, down from 18 the week prior, but kind of certainly within the range of where it's been. At a low of 14, a high of 29, so kind of towards the lower end of the range. And then into the week with 92 homes in pending status, and you can kind of see that's fallen off quite a bit here over the prior month, 5 weeks or so now. Had a high of 138 8 weeks back, but it was still 136 about 5 weeks ago, and it's certainly kind of been dropping from there. So we're certainly seeing lower sales activity over the prior 2 months now, which is not a surprise. Median price and days on market for the pendings. You can kind of see after starting off at 625 for the first 3 weeks of the period, it's certainly kind of come down from there. Had a low of just about 550 about 3 weeks back, and last couple of weeks you can kind of see between 570, 575. And then days on market, that's been on the rise for the pendings as well. Had a low of 22 into this period with right at 33. So a little over a month of average market time for something to go pending right now in Tigard. So certainly is increasing. Sold activity. So as of the time I put the data together here, I showed we had 23 homes go from pending to sold this last week in Tigard. And man, look at that. Over the last 3 weeks, it's been exactly the same. So 23 homes a week have been going from pending to sold. And really, across the 8 weeks here, it's been very steady. We had a low of, again, 23, a high of 31. So it's been very steady on a weekly basis. And then when I look over the prior 4 weeks of activity here, this last week kind of came in at 96. So 96 closings over the prior 4 weeks. That has been coming down. Had a high of 115 8 weeks back, and you can kind of see it's kind of slowly been decreasing back to, like I said, 96 this last week. The median sold price, days on market for the sold listings, you can see where that's trended to. We had a low of about 580, got up to 627 about 3 weeks back, and it's been coming down the last couple of weeks. Hit 603 this last week, down from 610 the week prior. And then days on market increasing, started off at 9, hit 20 2 weeks back. This last week fell back a little bit to 18 days of average market time for the solds. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is that weeks of inventory figure, and just came in at just under 6 weeks of inventory 8 weeks ago, and it had been trending higher up to 8 weeks of inventory 2 weeks back, and this last week fell back just a little bit to between 7 to 8 weeks, so about 7.5 weeks of inventory. And then the sale price as a percent of the list price, you can see that's been trending down. Had a high of 99% of list price 8 weeks back, and this last week dipped to just under 97%. So about, a little over a 3% discount on average in the market right now to get something sold. So, still not a lot of inventory, about 8 weeks or so. That's just a little under 2 months worth of inventory. So that's, definitely not a great amount, but prices, definitely kind of continue to, see the results of, plenty of price reductions that are taking place in the market, and buyers being able to be a little more aggressive on offers right now. So it's becoming a little bit more of a balanced market. Seller's market in terms of the inventory, but when you start seeing prices starting to get cut and come down, that's certainly favoring buyers a little bit more. So a little more balance these days in the market. So I hope that weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help in your particular situation, I would be happy to talk with you. My number is 503-680-2065. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and follow along on a weekly basis. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your market. So I really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a fantastic day and week ahead, and we'll see you on the next video.